fits the bill in terms of what they need in this composition. He's relatively tanky, has a lot of sustain in team fights, but he can just deny the Skarner some of his entry points because Skarner is so slippery. He can come from any angle, he can go through a wall, he can contest those objectives.
See something more from Hanwha Life Esports, debuting this Mordekaiser on the top side of the map for game number 1 of the grand final.
Imagine move around depending on where he's needed.
Yeah, you see Doran's going bottom side here. They set up a deep ward to the left of Gen.G's Raptor camp, so they'll get some additional...
is going to continue. Still teleport coming through here. Hanwha Life considering a bit of a dive as Keen gets down towards that bottom side. Some burly members of Gen.G down here, but the death grip comes on through. And Doran able to get Keen down to about 50% underneath this turret.
They're gonna try, but I don't know. This is a level 3 Cassante. Keen, even with half health, should still be quite tanky.
Yeah, well, they get the CC down. There's the pushback. Keen burning, and it is going to be first blood going over to Lehens. Instantly answered by Peanut taking down Keen.
Yeah, they were able to get the kill, but I don't think that's how Hanwha Life wanted to play it ends.
And Doran's going to get stopped on his back butt.
Yeah, that's going to be the pullback there as Lehens in a little bit of trouble. Viper gets that frost shot on him, and his ex-teammate looks to be going down. Peanut collects another.
Dive. The light is on his way as well. More pre-6 is a lot more diveable than afterwards. They do know this is coming. There is a ward there that is going to spot Kenyon. The light's on his way. I don't know if he'll be in time, though.
He's too late.
Yeah, Doran's going to be in a lot of trouble, but Delight should turn up.
They know.
Lehens gets the information. And now Doran, can he actually find it? That death grip, absolutely amazing. But the crash down's working out. Doran gets a big old shield, and Gen.G unable to actually close any of these kills. Delight goes in. Canyon's so incredibly low. Lehens trying to tank up the turret, and FaZe ends up collecting the kill. But now the reset monster could be coming through. FaZe has already gone down. And Zeka not actually able to get into range here. You can see him looking for a reset angle, but not going to go too deep.
Well, yeah,
on the play.
Still a lot of cooldowns, and I think Hanwha Life actually feeling quite good, although with this gank, maybe not.
Big aggression here as Delight's going to get pulled back. The Eclipse doing a lot of work, but I don't think it's going to be able to do enough here as Gen.G with 3 are able to take him down. Lehens getting revenge on his opposite number.
Experience gap that we have between two players right now, meaning that Gen.G isn't really in a position to get anything going when it comes to contesting. Delight doesn't have level 6 just yet, so we'll see if that is enough reason for Hanwha Life to maybe peace out, but nope, not happening.
There's a teleport in, and we do have the ultimate available here from Doran. The arrow going to connect as Viper is flanking. Okay, Stranglethorns is going to kill Canyon. He can't impale his way out of that one. And some more grubs going over to Hanwha Life Esports in this Tristana. This drift around the map, feel really good about it.
Dive Mordekaiser.
Yeah, Dive Mordekaiser at level 10 with the ultimate available. That is a rough choice, but they are still going to consider it. Chovy, he's the one that goes in. The stun had already connected as well from Viper. And Chovy able to get out of the way of one of the abilities, but not that one. Still, it doesn't matter. The Mordekaiser goes down.
But
and somehow he survives. I think the grass might have been a pretty important part.
Tristana getting that plate gold, getting that top turret. She still gets it. It's in trade for a turret, but that's a Cassante picking up the gold versus a Tristana picking up the gold. This is exactly where Hanwha Life want to be. Herald gets dropped down here in mid. This is the type of snowball this composition needs to have to win this game. And Hanwha Life are finding the angles. There's that 2,000 gold lead and even an extra crash.
Yeah, another crash, half the health bar, and actually this is just
the inner.
It's a Tristana and it's 5 grubs.
Like is try to deny these turrets from going down. I mean, that's the tug of war that we're playing here. That 2,000 gold lead has become a 3,000 gold lead. Zeka, he's the one with all the money, and this is exactly where Hanwha want to be, but here comes the arrow.
Another arrow going to connect this time onto Lehens. That's a big impale onto two there, but the Stranglethorns encounter. Triple knockup. True Shot Barrage says no to that play, though. They take down the turret, yes, but they lose almost everyone. As Hanwha Life Esports now have to back away. But do they even lose? I mean, that's a lot of money.
I think to the more lethal level that we're seeing Hanwha do today with the Tristana yesterday.
Drive-by? No,
I don't think so. So now Hanwha have, second Drake is for a dragon, for example, and okay, hold that thought. Lehens going in.
Yep, Deathrum is going to come on through here as Doran just wanting to take down the Realm before the battle's even started. FaZe in a lot of trouble in the arrow! And it's Zeka that's able to lock down the kill, gets the reset out of the way of Canyon now. And Lehens is still alive, but it does not matter. There's so much damage raining down. He finally finds a Magnus Storm, and maybe it's just going to be Chovy that ends the show, but in fact it's not. Because Zeka's here and he says, remember 2022? Well, here's another dose.
And we said it's a 2 Gary composition, and one of the Garys taken out immediately.
Maze is blown up.
Taking that short track through their own jungle. They're going to lose all of their camps. They're going to keep falling further and further behind. And Peanut, a player very, very good at this, is there. Fail! Speaking of which, he's just going to get blown up. Lahent's going to follow suit, but you can see Chovy in a decent position to do damage, and now Pace is actually in the fight. And look at these queues! They're being torn apart over the wall. Is Zeka, though, still looking for some angles? But they're like, nope, we don't want to risk it. We're going to try and get out of it. Making their way in here as you can see Viper trying to keep them at bay with that volley.
Lahent's getting a lot of vision set up here actually into Hanwha Life's jungle. It has a nice wraparound angle potentially as well.
Oh, Delight's fishing for it. They find the solar flare. This is the flashless Skarner. He still finds an impale, but is it going to be enough as Peanut goes golden? But that's a lot of bad guys. You're not on Gen.G anymore, my friend. And Doran now just trying to run away. Once again, Peanut in the ground.
And that's the jungler gone, and now Gen.G don't have a jungler themselves. We'll see if they want to go for Baron, because obviously...
Let's flip it, no smites.
Yeah,
let's go.
Well, I don't think they should, but it looks like they might.
Look at the positioning of Lahent's though. He has so much vision, he set it up earlier. They have a lot of information, they can punish, they can turn.
Yeah, Zeka going for a bit of an angle here. The crash down works, and there's the execute. Can't Buster shot him away from that one, and that should be Baron. Going over to Gen.G as Viper, I don't think wants to contest. Looks like Gen.G will be able to collect that, utilizing the Baron that they had. Only 1,300 on the Red Bull Baron power play, and Hanwha Life Esports still have a gold lead, but this is really starting to turn into There Be Dragons territory.
Like 3 Qs. As Chovy has a QSS for the arrow, and then also a stopwatch, just to make sure he's okay.
For the next arrow.
Wait.
All right, the arrow is going to connect onto Viper's ex-teammate. The Stranglethorns just spreads them all out. Zeka's almost dead. Chovy is going to use one of his stopwatches, this one for the Death Realm, and now that Mordekaiser is just dead. It's Pace that executes him in the end, and the inner turret now going down. Gen.G might just be finished with game one.
And Chovy does actually get found by Doran, but Pace says, I can step up this time around, gets the damage, and Hanwha can't collapse.
Gen.G, massive win here. It all starts with the play, topside, Canyon flashes for the Impale, they get map control, they turn that fight in mid, and it's just so impressive.
Still going, another Magnus Storm comes in here, maybe a little bit of a bridge too far there, Lahent's, as he was feeling himself. You know, it's been a bit of a hypey game so far, as that is going to put an end to the push, but an inhibitor is pretty good. Chovy's going to go through those buttons that he has, and Hanwha Life Esports are going to hope they're not dead by the time Chovy is dead, because if he's left to hit them with anything, he just dies. Arrow going to connect, it does give them a bunch of extra vision. Lahent's trying to crash away from this. The Baron kind of ignored now. Doran just putting Lahent's into that Death Realm. And the Impale is going to connect. It's onto Peanut, but he goes golden as well. His Zonya's now completed. Can he get another spell off? And it's the Cassante in trade for this Zyra. But look at Chovy, they just cannot get anywhere near him without almost dying.
And the big thing here is that the bot wave, or top wave rather, still pushing in. And Peanut's down this time. Gen.G does have the smite. The fight position was a little awkward there. Really well done by Hanwha Life to keep the damage from Chovy at bay, but it just doesn't feel like it matters. Maybe they'll be able to trade for the soul here. I don't think that alone is going to be enough.
But I think it's the only choice they can make.
And instead, the teleport comes in and they lose an inhibitor in the mid lane. This Baron doing its work here for Gen.G. They're not taking the risks that Hanwha Life Esports need them to.
And even if Doran flash ults him there, he's got the Zonias, and the rest of the team isn't there to follow up, and then that's just going to be pushing mid. He doesn't commit. He wants to use this defensively. He wants to just buy time for this Baron. 30 seconds left, but now he's down to teleport. The third inhibitor hanging by a thread here.
The minion wave just kind of gave up. And so Paze is going to help that one move on over. It did look a little bit comical, but it was necessary. Arrow going to connect into the backline there. Good buffer on the arcade shift as the Impale used only onto Delight, but he's still melting. Doran trying to get into that backline, but it's Chovy that locks down the first one. Keen in trouble, but how much trouble is he really in? Because this dragon is only just getting started, but so's the Tristana. Some angles here for Viper as well, as now they're looking for it. Chovy is so incredibly looking like at the burn. Is it enough? And the answer's no, as Hanwha Life, they find the team fight. Super minions.
I mean, they have this really insane push. I mean, it is a level 18 full build Tristana here.
25 seconds per base. They can definitely get the inhib.
Oh, we've got an Elder Flip in this game, boys.
Oh,
we definitely got an Elder Flip in this one. It's going going to be an inhibitor to go down here.
And
I don't know whether they
damage
can.
though,
I mean, there's a lot of damage. There is a lot of damage. Arrow is back up again. Canyon extremely tanky. Lahen's trying to get in there. Look at that. The Nexus turret just evaporates. As Zeka is not going to be dying to Lahen.
He's going for it! He's going for it!
The rocket jump and game one goes to Hanwha.
Oh, Zeka!
Fell apart. When they lost control, they handled the pressure well. They lost an
My
inhibitor,
God.
traded up the second inhibitor. Look at how much damage Chovy does, but they kill him.